Hey, it's Noogaradio Outdoors on AM 1240 and 92.7 FM on Nooga Radio. That's Chattanooga Radio. You can also, you can catch us on YouTube. We're live streaming on YouTube. I'm live streaming on Facebook. Hey, everybody. And you can catch us on TuneIn Radio. That's an app that you can download. Shoutcast, we're there too. And this is Cindy. I am your host, your outdoor activity, events, and adventure guide for our Chattanooga community, our awesome outdoor scenic city, just major destination city because of all the wonderful resources we have to get us outside and active. And I want to know about these activities, these adventures, if it's a competition, if it's a festival, if it's a golf tournament or any type of tournament, if it's a 5K, a 10K, if it's a concert, an outdoor concert, anything that gets people outside, gets them active, and helps people to connect within their community. Community is important. And especially, I have a lot of retailers on here, but especially if it's a nonprofit, I love utilizing this platform to increase spectatorship and participation in events for nonprofits. And I'm really excited about our guest today. We're going to jump right in, but first, a quick shout out to Chicken Salad Chick. We love Chicken Salad Chick. Thank you for sponsoring the show, Chicken Salad Chick. Thank you for helping us have this platform to help people get outside and get active. And Chicken Salad Chick, Chattanooga.com. That's Chicken Salad Chick, Chattanooga.com. Something for everyone. 2 locations and soon to be a 3rd location at Erlanger Mall. We're so excited about that. We're also excited about the Gun Barrel location over by Target. Is turning 3 on Friday. So we're going to have a really fun party out at the Gun Barrel location, Chicken Salad Chick on Friday. So come join us. I'll be there, and there's lots of fun giveaways and always delicious Chicken Salad Chick. Again, Chicken Salad Chick, Chattanooga.com. And now I'm going to jump right in and introduce John Stokes with Wings to Soar. He's the co-director at Wings to Soar, and he's got Artie with him. Hey, John, how are you?
I'm great. I mean, Chicken Salad Chick commercials.
Yes.
Plug. I'm hungry, so
I know.
A place to eat, so.
Hey, I'll take care of you. I hook you up.
All right. Yeah.
This is so exciting. John is a longtime friend. We are.
If you claim me that.
Yes. We are fellow hang glider pilots, and it was a lot of fun exchanging some stories before we came on the air here. So I'm really eager to share what John does. He made a huge impression on me years ago when I was introduced to his birds and his cause. But first of all, John, why don't you give us a little background though? Where are you from? What's your background?
I was born in a third world country, Mississippi. And actually, I'm born in New Albany, Mississippi. I spent the first 10 years of my life in Meridian, Mississippi. Moved briefly to Nashville and then to Memphis. And that's where I went to college and also got my start at the Memphis Zoo with birds there almost 40 years ago. So,
wow.
So, and then I went from the Memphis Zoo to a place outside of Nashville, the Cumberland Wildlife Foundation. And was there 5 years. We merged with the American Eagle Foundation, we went to Dollywood in 91, and they're still there. And my wife, Dale, and I have been here in Chattanooga since 2004.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I met you back in 89, 90.
Yeah.
I think it was. I got off the mountain in 89, so that would have been about right.
Yeah, I was flying a lot of Hensons back then.
Yes,
too.
me too.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Now tell us, first, I'm anxious to talk about Artie some. Why don't we go ahead and introduce Artie?
Now, Artie is a barred owl. We don't know exactly how old Artie is. He was injured about 6 years ago. He'd been hit by a car or truck, and the result was a damaged right eye, has a trauma cataract in his eye, but also a damaged left wing. He has flight capability, but not enough to sustain himself in a while. He can't really hunt. So he's been an education ambassador with us for almost 6 years now. And he's a barred owl, B-A-R-R-E-D. I always spell that because people think I'm saying barn owl,
right?
Which is a different bird, which we actually have in our presentations we do. and this is a very common owl in this
Yes.
region.
Yes, I've seen them. I saw one. We were walking out the Coe trails, and I'm certain now that I've got a close up of Artie that's what I'd seen, because this owl, see him out in the daytime, and he was on quite a low limb, and we were able to stand and admire him for quite a while.
Yeah, this is the most common owl you're going to see during the day. Barred owls will hunt almost around the clock, especially in the spring. They got youngsters, and because a young owlet for the first few weeks of his life is eating as much as both his parents. If you have 3 or 4 youngsters, then both the adults are out hunting around the clock. But
I bet.
It's not unusual to see them out after their breeding season, this out during the day.
Wow. Well, Artie is absolutely beautiful, and I wish I could just describe him to our radio listeners, and he doesn't even show up that well, like with the YouTube and the Facebook coverage, but he is absolutely gorgeous and quite the charmer, I must say. But if people want to check out Artie and birds like Artie, they can check your show out at Rock City,
That's
right?
right. This is our 13th season. We do Rock City Raptors, and we are there from Memorial Day weekend to Labor Day weekend in association with their summer music weekends.
Okay.
And we do shows Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at 11, 1, 3, 4:30, and 6 Eastern time.
Oh, wow. Plenty of opportunities.
Oh, yeah. And we have a small theater. We can seat comfortably 120, 130 people, netted in, where we can fly about 4 birds in our show, including a little American kestrel, which is a small falcon, red-tailed hawk, a barn owl, and even though we have a bald eagle in the show, the star of our show is our black vulture named Casey.
Goodness.
And she's quite a character. Well, it's more like working with a dog than it is a bird.
Oh, my goodness. And for those of you that have never been to a live bird show, it is absolutely amazing. I mean, I still remember, a hawk swooping over us to get back to the perch on stage. Right. And they're just incredible animals. And I got to share like a hang gliding story about a hawk with you. One of my most incredible hang gliding experiences ever was up at Henson's over the Sequatchie Valley, when I was actually in a thermal with a hawk. And I was so amazed and a little bit intimidated, but I was just so like impressed with this hawk, who wasn't intimidated by me, this monster bird, thermaling, in this thermal with him. But it was one of my most amazing, and I've had some pretty, I've got some good, there I was stories with hang gliding.
Oh, yeah.
But that is one of that sticks out the most, is actually climbing up thermal, gaining altitude with a fellow bird, a hawk.
Yeah, when you're up there and they're
a local, as we say,
in their element, and they join you, you feel almost honored.
I was. That's it. It was I was just, oh, cool. Thank you. Thanks for joining me.
One year at Henson's, there were 5 young black vultures I flew with on a number of occasions. Still had a little down on the back of their necks. And on one particular flight, a little squadron, they'd stay together. And they came in this almost at arm's length, just looking under my glider. So it was pretty neat to fly with them, too. I always look, there they are. So if it were soarable and they were soaring, I'd go and join them, or sometimes turn around and be behind me.
Yes, for those that aren't familiar, with aviation, with hang gliding, with flying without a motor, we watched the birds. And just last, I was up there Sunday before last, beautiful day. Lots of people were flying, but it was starting to settle down a little bit. And then, here come a couple hawks, and boy, we were all watching them, and we watched them catch a thermal, and so the gliders would launch then, because the birds indicated lift.
Right.
So they're like our fellow flying partners out there in the wild. So that's part of what I like to share on this show. It's not about just getting outside and doing an activity and getting exercise. The whole outdoor experience.
Oh, yeah.
It's just amazing.
This is such a great area too for everything outdoors. I mean, we travel a lot doing our job, and we promote Chattanooga no matter where we go in this area, because it's such a great place. And I've been coming here since '77 and seen it come from nothing. I mean, after we would fly, we wouldn't go downtown to find something to eat. There's nothing there. We'd go to Red Bank or East out on Brandon
I remember
Road.
that, even in the late 80s.
Yeah.
I remember that. Yeah.
So to to see what Chattanooga is now is just so amazing to me. I'm so proud of it too.
Mm-hmm.
So we go as far north as Minnesota, and we tell them Chattanooga people clap. Hey, we've been down there. We love your place. So,
yes, and it does feel good to be a part of a community that you're so proud of. And I don't know if people know the Chattanooga Chamber just got voted best chamber in the country.
Wow.
I know, isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
So there's all kinds of good things besides just the wonderful outdoor resources that we have. Well, John, tell me about Wings to Soar. Give me an overview of kind of your mission with Wings to Soar.
Well, Wings to Soar is a nonprofit organization, and we came out of an organization called Save Our American Raptors, and that was founded in the let's see, I guess back in the 70s and 80s by an incredible lady named Doris Mager.
Okay.
She is now 91 years young, lives out in Washington State. She moved out there last year, so she could be by her son. But in 2004, she asked Dell and me to join her organization because she was going to retire. And at the time, I worked at Dollywood with the American Eagle Foundation from 91 to 2002. And then my wife and I moved to Santa Barbara, California, worked out there at the Santa Barbara Zoo. Beautiful place. But we saw Doris on one of our trips back, and she asked, either you two take over Save American Raptors, or I'm disbanded. So I said, why not? So we decided to move back here without jobs or anything like that. But luckily, Rock City was interested in the past about having a bird show there. So when we got here, yeah. So we started doing bird shows there in 2005. And then in 2013, Doris, who semi-retired, decided to completely retire, more or less. She still has a few birds, but she wanted to retire, Save Our American Raptors name with her. And she gave us her blessing to form Wings to Soar. So we've been a nonprofit since 2013. And our main focus is education. We go to a lot of schools, state parks, of course, Rock City, but
awesome.
We'll talk to civic groups. In 2 weeks, we go up to Aberdeen, Virginia for the Highlands Festival there. So,
oh wow,
yeah, we get to do a lot of different things. We travel a lot. So, but this is our steady time of the year, and we're at Rock City until September, and then we come back in October for the weekend. So,
well, John, I want to keep you on the rotation as a guest for the show because this is what I love. It's a win-win-win-win. I mean, Rock City is a great place to go enjoy the outdoors. You're walking around, getting a little bit of activity, and then you can enjoy an outdoor, with the birds.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like you're getting some exercise, but then also when people attend the show, they're supporting Wings to Soar, right?
Yes, they are. Well, we are a contracted entity with Rock City, so by people coming to Rock City, that helps us. They what Rock City pays us is considered a donation for them, so it all works out really well.
Yeah.
And we also get a lot of school teachers or people with civic groups see our show, so we get a lot of shows that come out of our Rock City Raptors program.
Well, and I'm all about, like I said, at the intro, I love supporting causes. That is a lot with Nooga. I partnered with Noogaradio as this community initiative to help people appreciate the outdoors and get them outside and get active. But again, it's also a great way to give nonprofits a platform.
Yeah. And
my passion is flying. You can't help but love these beautiful birds.
Yeah.
Especially, who doesn't love eagles? That's always. I wish the people could see. I really encourage you to go to this show, to go see these live birds, because Artie is he's breathtaking. He's just gorgeous.
Actually, Artie's a ventriloquist. I'm the dummy.
Is that what it is?
He's really good. Notice he's not moving his beak at all.
I think he just winked at me.
Yeah.
But yes, I want to support this. I want to have you on more, and I want to encourage our listeners to get out to Rock City and see John's show. Now, John, if people wanted to support you being able to help these animals, well, how would they go about doing that?
They can go. We have a website. It's www, of course, soar south, SOARSOUTH.org. There's a place they can donate. Or, if they come see our show and like it, or we do schedule programs in this area. We book up pretty fast. That's something that didn't happen at first, but We thought one day we'll have the good problem of not being able to do all the shows that people want us to do. So, but
Right.
we that anytime we do a presentation helps us out, but people can donate on our website. We have a little PayPal button too. So.
Awesome. Give me that website one more time.
www.soarsouth, SOARSOUTH.org.
Good. Nice and simple.
Yeah.
Soarsouth.org. So what would you say, what is your primary focus with the birds? It's like, I love Artie's story. I mean, if John wasn't taking care of Artie wouldn't be here.
Right. Well, we take these non-releasable birds. Some of them have injuries like Artie. Some of them are what's called human imprints, found as small youngsters by people who meant well and hand raised in direct sight. And you can't let these human imprinted birds go. Problems come up. They either get hungry and land near people, or if they're able to hunt, then the problem comes up and they mature and start looking for a mate. And since they're focused, they think they're human beings, they go look for a person to be their mates. And most of the time it doesn't work out very well. And
I wouldn't think so.
In 49 and 50 states, it's illegal. So we use those birds and give a little history on the birds and fly them and tell we have an educational and ecological message too. We're all part of this earth, and what we do affects our planet, including our fellow creatures. So we tend to view ourselves sometimes as removed from the natural world, but we depend on a whole lot more than people want to even think about. So.
Yes, and you just hit on something key, because that's part of the initiative here. Is I want to help people understand that when you get involved in outdoor groups, outdoor activities, and you're supporting such organizations, that's a lot why our trails are taken care of. That's a lot why our outdoors is preserved. That's a lot why we all have access to it because of these groups. So the more people we can encourage to get involved and appreciate and utilize the resources that we have, the more that it's taken care of for all of us and for future generations.
That's right. I mean, that brings to mind, I'm not a hunter. I have nothing against hunting, but there's Ducks Unlimited that, they were set up primarily to save prairie pothole nesting areas. And that ended up benefiting a whole lot of other species, including birds of prey and bald eagles. Or, you have a group like the Nature Conservancy, and they buy land and set that aside, And so there, a lot of places, our state and national parks, are there for everybody.
And we're so blessed in this area because there's been a lot of private donations
of
land, which is really incredible. And I'm not from here, so I know the names are real familiar to most people that are from here. But I mean, I had the lady from the sculpture fields on, and that was land that was originally donated by a very, very well-known family. But yes, we are. That is a lot of the point of this. We are really blessed here.
Oh yeah,
that all this is protected. I spent the last 7 years before I came back here in Houston, Texas.
Oh boy, yeah.
And you got to travel to find a park.
Yeah.
That's just a park. That's not getting out into the wild. Mm-hmm. And it was tough on me because I'd spent 15 years in Chattanooga, Tennessee before, on and off before I went back there.
Heat.
Exactly. Yeah. But it's not just the heat. We deal with the heat here, but we can go up on a mountain and it drops 10 degrees, or we can go hang out near the river where the breeze is. And people don't realize this is just ideal. And I have to bite my tongue when coming from Houston, when people talk about the humidity, because I'm like, oh, you just don't know. We go, if you can go hang. That's why I walk, near the river, because it's cooler. You have a breeze, or on the mountain,
right.
Or in the shade of the trails.
Yeah.
That's where we'll hike in the heat of the summer, because and then we'll, we do get more frequent rain here, and that's really a blessing too, because that we just hike in the rain.
Well, what's telling is you're talking about a large city like Houston. I after our shows, we have an opportunity to maybe have Artie out or Osceola Eagle for photos and ask people where they're from. And a lot of people, I call them refugees from Atlanta, they come up on the weekends to our great town, because there's so many things for people to do here. But we get a lot of people from Atlanta, Nashville, Birmingham that come to our area. I feel very lucky. In fact, as a hang glider pilot back in the 70s, I said, one day I want to live here. I didn't know how it was going to happen. And here I am. And sometimes I still pinch myself like, wow, I'm actually here. So,
that's how I feel right now, being back here for the third time. But then I share on here often the incredible opportunity that brought us here, where I actually got the job opportunity to live above the shop in a loft apartment, run the shop while I was learning to hang glide, living on that beautiful mountain ridge above the gorgeous Sequatchie Valley. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's worth the trip over there just to spectate. You don't have to, just go watch. And of course you'll find out then it's not as intimidating as you think either, but the sport is beautiful to watch in a very beautiful area.
And of course, Lookout Mountain Flight Park there in Georgia, it's pretty too. And it's a little bit easier for people to get to. I'm a little biased, so I don't think Sequatchie Valley. I think Sequatchie Valley is a lot more pretty than Lookout Valley.
It's gorgeous over there. It's less populated, and plus you get to watch the paragliding launch as well as the hang gliding launch, and I kind of like that part of it too.
Yeah.
But Lookout Mountain Flight Park has plenty of activity to observe as well. But hey, we're going to run out of time here in a couple minutes, and there's so much more. I'll have you back quickly, John, because I wanted to. I mean, you've got a book out.
Mm-hmm.
We could talk a lot about hang gliding. You hang gliding over 40 years, and John's been encouraging me. I flew for 12 years, and I haven't flown in 15, and I'm going to be flying again. And I'm going to talk about it a lot, so don't let me wear you out. But that's how I'm going to keep myself accountable, because I want to do it, and I'll get sick of hearing myself say I'm going to do it at some point, and I'll go do it.
Yeah, exactly.
And if I keep saying it, then people like John will encourage me and share stories with me like he did earlier of other people who have got back into flying. And it's muscle memory. It comes back to you.
Well, and this is one of the best times to be in the sport of hang gliding. The equipment has evolved.
Yes.
Very safe. I mean, I have people roll their eyes. Oh, you hang glide. I go, hey, I've never almost been ran over by a semi or someone who's texting and driving and not paying attention. So I feel actually safer in the air than I do with some of our highways.
Oh, me. Yeah. People laugh at me because I'm afraid of caving or scuba diving. Well, I get claustrophobic. That's a terrible fear for me, but you'll run off a mountain. I'm like, it's you start from the bottom. You learn at your own pace.
That's right.
No worries. And you pick your conditions as well. Well, thank you so much, John. Why don't you share your website one more time?
It's www.soarsouth.org.
And John, it's just been an absolute pleasure having you and Artie on, and we'll have you back soon. And I just want to thank the listener for tuning in to Noogaradio Outdoors on AM 1240 and 92.7 FM on Nooga Radio. Thanks for everyone that tuned in on Facebook.
Thanks
for following us on YouTube. And I just ask that you'll join us again Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays at 2 p.m. Soon to expand to 5 days. Thanks again, John.
Oh, thank you. Thanks for having me.
All right. That's a wrap.